Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OAF Discussions. I am your host, Kid Swift.
This is Thoroughbred Webb.
And we are back again, Memorial Day week, I guess, kind of.
Oh.
Well, Memorial Day weekend week.
We'll
say that, yeah. Because Memorial Day weekend is this week, but we are back again for another episode, another Wednesday, another Friday for you guys, if you guys are watching this episode. Yeah, we got some stuff and things to talk about, a little bit of music news. Some things, a little bit of music news, a little bit of comic stuff. Yes, potpourri. Welcome to Potpourri Cast on iTunes. There's a cobweb right here and it's freaking me out.
I thought I got it.
See it. Okay. No, I was like right there, just so it looked like smoke was coming out of the top of the Nintendo. Symbolism. All right, but yeah, we're back. Some weird shit happened. We're gonna talk about the Billboard Awards a little bit and the nominations, a couple of the awards. Not really going in depth because I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. I didn't have time. And then also talk about that good old Supergirl, I guess, teaser. Half an episode we got. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was a long ass commercial basically. But yeah, so yeah. Let's start off with Supergirl.
All right.
I just watched it.
Yeah, I
forgot.
I just now showed it to him before we started the podcast.
Yeah, and I wish I was recording.
And it's pretty much like yeah, we should have recorded while you were watching it, just based off your reactions.
Yeah.
So it was it wasn't the first 6 or 7 minutes. They just took the pilot for Supergirl.
Right.
And
chopped it up.
Yeah, chopped it up in about 6 or 7 minutes worth of that pilot, I'm assuming, or the season altogether. And yeah,
I could see that
because that was an awful lot going on.
I could see that
stuff that they had going on there. The second half, where shit actually got a little more
in depth
and interesting. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you want to go first?
Yeah. When I first watched it, if you guys haven't seen it, go on, I guess, YouTube, anywhere. Just type in
Supergirl first look. And
first look, and you'll see it. You can watch it and then tell us what you guys think. But when I first saw it, it's definitely a superhero superhero show for people who aren't superhero or comic book fans, I guess, per se. It's like if you took Keeping Up with the Kardashians and made it into a superhero show. Is what it looked like to me. Or like some whatever, I don't know, some Disney Channel sitcom or something like that, and then made it into like a superhero thing. But has the quirky, corny stuff in there, a lot of the stereotypical shit that you normally see. But then, like you said, like Webb said, with like how halfway through this teaser or whatever, it kind of started to pick up a little bit, and it started to get, I guess you could say, as much as a lot of people don't like putting it in this box, but darker almost, where some shit actually seemed like it was going to get serious. That's when I was like, oh, okay, it started to get interesting. But then, like, by the end, I was just like, nah. And it's just like the last few lines, you're just like, nah. Like, it's just one of those moments where you're just like halfway throwing up in your mouth, and you're just like, oh God. And it's almost painful in a way, but it's like, like, really, did y'all have to do that? Like, y'all knew that we knew that you was gonna do that, and you just did it anyway. Like, we wasn't gonna call you out on it. But I don't know. I have zero hope in it at all. I mean, there might be some good stuff. The thing that I was kind of, I guess you could say, excited for, that I think could have like possibly quote unquote saved it, was there had been rumors brewing initially that like there was possibly gonna be crossovers between like Arrow and Flash and then Supergirl. Which, okay, yeah, that'll make sense, because you give these two awesome shows and like, hey, this will kind of give Supergirl a leg up in a way, which is ironic since she's like the strongest one out of all three of them, and kind of get her ball rolling, and then giving like people another incentive to watch the Supergirl show if they have like, oh, here's an episode of Supergirl, but Steve Amell, or I guess not Steve Amell, but whatever, Green Lantern has to come to town to help. And then Barry Gordon has to come to town, and then you have Flash helping and all this stuff, or something crazy like that. That'd be awesome. Or like if Reverse Flash attacked her city and then did that. Like, it's obviously it's set in LA, right? It looks like fuck. It's like
they didn't
specify. They didn't even say what town it was. Like they didn't say like Metropolis, which is obviously New York. Like, you have all these these cities that are obviously these other cities. And they showed a pan over shot at the beginning. It's like, oh, okay, that's Los Angeles. And it feels like it's in Los Angeles. Like, it has that kind of California bubbly, kind of like, ooh, like ditzy, just airhead fucking feeling about it. Like, and that's bad for a superhero show. You can't do that. But, I don't know. I'm not interested in Superman as much. He's like one of my least, like, on the bottom of the totem pole as far as like superheroes that I care about. So Supergirl's even worse. But seeing this trailer, I was like, okay, this is like, I don't know. Like, I was never into Smallville, but this was the stuff that I was afraid of that Smallville was like. But I guess with more on the action side and less of like the kind of like story-driven stuff, which is one of the reasons I stayed away from Smallville. This seemed like it has the action and shit in there, but it's still just too campy to get behind. That's the only thing I worried about. But what do you think about it? I've been rambling too much. I just watched it, so I'm like, my hands exploding right now.
All right. So I actually finally, since that was technically my second time watching it.
Right.
That was your first.
Yes.
The first time around I saw it, I said, what the fuck are they doing? I was going to stop. I wasn't even going to cuss, but oh well. Too late. Yeah, I already said it. I was like, wait, where the fuck are y'all going with this? The vibe that I kept getting from this was like Devil Wears Prada, or somebody mentioned Legally Blonde or some shit like that. It just came across like a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
That's basically the first half of it. It was like this romantic comedy. It's like, oh, I'm just a small town girl in a big city, and so just excitement and things and dresses, and I don't know what to wear. I got a date, and how do I move up in the world, and this other shit, and then. That rubbed me the wrong way because it came across kind of insulting.
Yeah,
a little bit. Because
definitely.
It's like, okay, boom, we got our first female superhero that we're gonna put on TV if we're ignoring like the old school Wonder Woman show and this, that, and the other.
Right, newer stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as like for this century, pretty much.
Right.
And the first thing we do, we're gonna make her a cliche.
Yeah, like hard cliche.
That's the vibe I got off of it. And it was funny as hell because did you see the Saturday Night Live skit where Scarlett Johansson was reprising her role as Black Widow, and like it was like, finally Black Widow gets her first movie where she stars. Yeah. And it was basically she was still wearing the outfit, the hair, and everything. Yeah. But she was in a setting where it was a romantic comedy.
Oh my god.
And I shit you not, with the exception of Ultron not being in the episode.
Right. Yeah.
That was verbatim.
Yeah.
How that first look went compared to that skit.
Really?
With the exception of the romantic interest being Ultron.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You gotta see it,
so
and watch that.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
And then tell me that's not the same thing.
Yeah.
So that part kind of threw me off.
The whole superhero thing just seemed very, oh, by the way.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, this is just a regular girl. Oh, by the way,
I can lift a bus, but I can't get a band. It's like fucking.
Like this, it was so bad at parts that I swear to God, it should have had a studio audience. Like dead serious. Like there were times where I'm like, dude, definitely needs to be on a stage. This is like Friends with Supergirl, or even worse. It was like
saying Friends is terrible.
No,
I know what you call Ally McBeal.
I was gonna say Ally McBeal.
Was that not her? That was the boss in that trailer.
That was her, wasn't it?
It looked like
it. Was, yeah.
It
that
really
was
looked
her.
like it. But she should look like she should age a lot more than. I mean, because Ally McBeal was back in the 90s.
She's definitely at work done. Definitely.
She
looks like she has, but
I don't know if that's her. I gotta look at it now because that's bugging me.
Cosmetic.
Unless she's just like, did like what Thor did and
oh my god,
dipped in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Right.
You need to purify yourself in the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
I have no faith in this show anymore. Yeah. I didn't really that much. Like when I saw it, I'm like, ugh. Nope, this isn't gonna go well at all.
No.
Like you just automatically, I know a lot of people probably felt the same way. If you didn't, and this kind of ruined it for you, but I know like generally speaking, when I talk to people, most people don't really, for lack of a more proper way of saying it, nobody really fucks with Superman like that. Like, most people are kind of like, okay, yeah, he's whatever. He does everything, and it's kind of annoying. Like, people are kind of like push him to the side.
He's basically God.
Yeah, exactly.
No one, yeah.
So, like, if you were somebody who was excited about this show and then saw this trailer and then was like, let us know. Because I want to see what somebody who actually gave a damn from the get-go and then might have gotten burned by this trailer, or even somebody who gave a damn and then saw the trailer and was like, yay! But I don't feel like that probably happened that much.
That was Calista Flockhart.
Okay.
So that was, excuse me, so it was Ally McBeal.
Okay.
So, for those that are like millennials, don't know who that is, just...
Is that the one where she throws the hat up and freezes? Is that it?
No, that's Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah, that's the exact... I was about to mention that too. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I also got that vibe from it. But even Mary Tyler Moore was a hell of a lot more independent than...
Oh, yeah. No, yeah. That was good shit. I just felt like she was going to throw a bus up in there and freeze. Everybody be looking like... Do like a Family Guy skit and like, what the fuck? Like, wait a minute. No, I don't...
Robert Downey Jr. was in... Ally McBeal for a little while.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Not really a 6-degree separation, but just kind of funny how that goes.
Superheroes. Everybody's superheroes now. Yeah.
What was also insulting was that the overall tone of the show, or at least what it seems like that tone is going to be. Mm-hmm. We're going to keep making fun of it regarding this, like, you're going to make it after all type tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, Mary Tyler Moore is a really good fucking show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to I don't even want to associate it with the Supergirl with that.
No, yeah, I don't want to. Because it's definitely new age stupidity.
So it has a very Devil Wears Prada, Legally Blonde tone.
Yeah.
So, and with that tone, I mean, as far as this is going to be DC's, like, biggest... I don't want to call it a flop outright because it ain't came out yet. Yeah. But it's like
looking that way.
It sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, especially when you got shows like Arrow, shows like Flash. Like with Arrow, that's probably has the darkest tone to it.
Yeah.
Flash, it's upbeat and it's colorful by comparison.
Right.
Yet at the same time, it takes itself seriously.
Right.
My problem with Supergirl, hell, Constantine.
Oh God. Oh.
Supernatural. Rest in peace, by the way. Had a kind of a dark tone, still had some comedy to it. Yeah. Took itself seriously. Yeah. This does not come across like it's taking itself seriously. It's coming across like let's get this superhero shit out the way. Right, everybody's doing it. So.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You want Supergirl? Okay, what do we know chicks do? They carry coffee. And they flip. They
secretaries. What?
Yeah. I guess let's think of the most sexist thing we could do.
Right. It's like in trying to be, because I could see this whole like movement type thing in the back of their minds. We're like, we're gonna make this show, and they might not say this in their head because I don't think they're this smart, but they would say like something like, I don't think it might hit as hard with like the typical like the old school comic book fans. But for all these other people and these young up-and-coming girls, they have this perfect example to look up to. She's a super girl, and you can be a super girl too and reach for your dreams. Stop it. Because it looks bad, because in trying to pull that shit off, you bring up all these dumbass stereotypes, and then it makes it look bad. Because that's what I feel like you're going to do. You're going to see these Supergirl shirts, and girls going to be running around and fucking feeling good about themselves, which nothing wrong with that. But then under the surface, it's using these negative bullshit stereotypes to do that. So it's like putting somebody down to lift them up. It's like a sociopath type thing to do. This is a sociopathical show. I'm fucking sick of it. But I have no hope. I have no hope in this.
Okay. Did you happen to see, speaking of first looks and all this, that, and the other, did you happen to see the trailer, I guess you could call it, or let's just call it a first look to Legends of Tomorrow?
Is that the... Wait. No, I didn't watch it yet.
Oh, man.
I saw the picture, I didn't watch it yet.
Okay. It was...
How was it? Because I wanted that to be
good. I'm not going to say, it was kind of, for me, it was kind of underwhelming a little bit. because like here the characters are, and it was like, okay, cool.
Adam,
it's just the setup.
Okay.
The setup was what was kind of underwhelming about it.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay, because, you know, Arrow and Flash are kind of like the B team compared to the Justice League that's coming out. So this is the C team that's coming out.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was like, this is third string. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So, I mean, nothing
I worry
against
about
them.
that.
Nothing against them, honestly. But just the setup for it. If you watch the trailer, the way they just kind of throw it together, it feels kind of
forced,
thrown together.
Right.
Exactly. But I will say this: it was a hell of a lot better than the first look at Supergirl. I feel.
I figured that. It's almost like this. The way I look at it, as far as like, I guess you could say comparing this, like compare the way Flash and Arrow are done, and this is probably very contradictory, obviously, than the way it happens. But Arrow and Flash feel like they're put together by like 10 people who are passionate about it in a basement, and they're like hunched over in a dark basement, like writing the script and putting the shit together and then shooting it on their own guerrilla style and stuff, which it doesn't even look like that, but that's the vibe you get that comes through. You feel like you can feel that the people that are shooting it and acting it out actually give a shit about the source material. You can feel that from start to finish, from pre-production all the way through to post-production. That shit comes through. With Supergirl, it feels like fucking Michael Bay should be sitting behind the director's chair, and then like random other big ass name like people who like came up with Hannah Montana and shit.
You gotta throw Michael Bay in there like that.
I don't know. Nothing wrong with Michael Bay.
Because there were nowhere near as many explosions as there needed to be.
No, there wasn't any lens flare either.
And at least, you know, and at least they know what the hell they're doing.
Give me somebody.
Or at least Michael Bay knows what the hell he's doing.
Okay, let's say whoever directed Legally Blonde. We'll just keep coming back to that and just batting that over the fence. We'll just keep beating that dead horse. So yeah, and it just feels like it feels big and fluffy, and like Supergirl should be written in big balloon letters and big pink stupid balloon letters and shit. It's everything that was wrong with Superman reborn. Because Superman I liked. Because it kind of got darker. It leaned a little bit to the like, oh, shit's real type side. This is kind of like, wee. Like, it's like, no, fuck that. We understand what they're capable of. We know that. So don't rub it in the audience's face. It's like, I can fly, I think. You know what I can do? I can fly. You know how jealous that makes me? That's why people don't like Superman, because he can do everything. And he can kick all of their favorite superheroes' ass most of the time.
Oh, I finally finished Injustice. So
yeah,
I got that shit. Yeah.
Speaking of which, random, going on a tangent, fucking conversational. Did you see the concept art for rumored concept art for Batman vs Superman?
No.
There was like, it's basically like concept art, like them fighting, and Batman has on that big like a Hulkbuster suit basically, and he's like beating the shit out of Superman, and Superman's like hanging him upside down and shit, and it's like it's very uniquely drawn, but it looks dope. But they said it's supposed to be like concept art for like fight scenes and stuff. But it looks pretty cool. Just random shit. What else happened besides the? So when does that start? When does the
Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah, Legends of Tomorrow.
That's a good question. I want to say this summer, but that doesn't sound right. No, I think it's next year.
Next year, okay, gotcha.
Hold on,
So that's Adam.
Yes, it's Adam, Firestorm,
okay.
White Canary.
Okay.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit.
Yeah.
White Canary, Heatwave, and Captain Cold.
That's what I was wondering about that.
And there's another chick in there. It's not Satana. No. What the hell was she? Or who the hell was she?
See, if you guys have listened to the show before, I love Captain Cold. I don't know why. Because I never really liked her.
Oh, hey, I'll be damned. Hawk Girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shit, get the fuck out of here.
And she don't look bad, too.
That's awesome.
Shit, yeah.
Okay. She kind of looks like
Rosario Dawson.
Yep. Yep.
Rosario Dawson, excuse me.
Yep.
A little
Sierra
bit.
Renee. Yeah, she's cute.
Yeah.
Hawk Girl.
Let me stop
is in
looking.
the place. Right.
Back on topic. Yeah. So Flash and Arrow are kind of there. I think just to set this up. Oh, Diggle's there for an episode. It looks like
nice.
So yeah, it's a 2016 release we're looking for.
Right.
Or looking at, excuse me.
Nice.
And also this dude from the future named Rip Hunter. They really went obscure on that one.
We're gonna go over
This is almost as bad as Guardians of the Galaxy type shit. The territory. No, but when like
spin this bucket, reach in.
I'll say this.
Bucket. All right.
In the trailer, when he showed up,
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, they got Constantine." It's like,
oh man, damn it!
I really thought he was, because it was just some blonde guy in a trench coat.
You don't know how I would have lost my shit if I watched that trailer and I heard that accent.
And he was British, yeah. It was some British blonde dude in a trench coat. I was like, oh shit, they got Constantine on here. No, it's like, that's name's Rip Hunter. Who?
He said, "Who the fuck are you? Get the fuck out of my house!"
I really did pull a Guardians of the Galaxy.
Who?
Jamon Hudson's part, yeah.
Who? Star-Lord, man. Damn it.
He cannot get rid of that accent.
Oh man.
Anyway, I'm
Dude,
sorry.
that's so funny. No, that's all they would have to do. It's like literally like drop down and like some shit pop off, and then like you see their Hawk Girl or like White Canary, and then all of a sudden you see him step in and like look like like you just hear his accent, like look like you guys need some help. And then all of a sudden you just see him like flipping a coin or something, and he does like a magic spell. I'd have lost my shit.
I bet.
If that would have been in there, but of course.
No.
God dang it.
That threw me way off, yeah. I forgot all about that part. That was funny.
That's awesome.
So yeah.
Who? Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, so
yeah.
DC is normally killing it on TV.
Yes.
As far as with this new Supergirl and this Legends of Tomorrow, aka the television DC equivalent of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right. Yeah. Really.
We'll see how I don't know, man. It's looking bleak. They were hitting a damn stride at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know now. I mean, we'll have to wait and see come next year.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Oh damn. They're sitting there trying to shit a whole bunch of stuff out, man. Yeah. Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. They're trying to make 2016 happen.
That works.
Oh, I mean, it makes sense because 2015. I know we got Ultron.
Yeah.
Ant-Man.
Yep.
Fantastic Four.
Right.
And next year's X-Men.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to call it all Disney, then Star Wars come Christmas, but that's cheating.
Yeah, that's true. All right. All right.
That's unfair. That's that's an extra. Yeah, that's an extra thing.
All right. So,
speaking of DC, still.
Yeah.
Oh, Suicide Squad next year. Hell.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
And speaking of Suicide Squad,
segue.
I owe an apology.
Oh God.
As it turns out, what I assumed was a happy anniversary Joker thing regarding the picture for Jared Leto.
That's what everybody thought. I think.
With the tattoos, they are all
confirmed.
Real. They are all real.
If you guys haven't heard,
including the one tattoo that I hated
forehead,
the most.
They're all in there. Yeah. All the tattoos are real. None of them are fake. They are all really gonna be on his face.
As confirmed by set photos, and there was a couple of videos where somebody was actually like on their phones and they were actually recording the footage.
Yeah.
Or on the set.
Right.
But obviously Warner Brothers took that down.
Right. Yeah.
WB. Welcome back. I'm sorry.
Damn frog. I hate the damn frog. Yeah. So so if you guys didn't know, that
it wasn't
is
and the fact is he did kind of, sort of, somewhat had a suit on.
Yeah. Yeah. We saw that.
So
his hair slicked back.
Yep.
So you can definitely see that tattoo.
It's, it doesn't look as bad in action.
No, it doesn't. It's so small. That one, at least.
Yeah, but but if you gotta look at somebody and talk to them, you're gonna
There's gonna be some. What the fuck is that on your head? Like they need to do that. They need to work that into the script. Like somebody, either like Deadshot or somebody needs to call him out. Like you see somebody like talking.
Or a victim, or a potential victim, as his introduction or some shit.
That'd be
like
funny.
That. Yeah.
That'd be dope. Yeah.
Hell, I'm not as upset as I thought I would be about it.
Yeah, I know. I thought I would be more angry about it, but
I've avoided the comment sections altogether.
Yeah, like most people have been saying. A lot of people. Speaking of Haley, good friend of the show, she was like, "I like him. Like I like him And we all said we liked Harley, but that was the one thing. Like, I had no problems with the tattoos. It was just the one on the forehead was a little distracting. That was basically as far as I would say I would take it. It wasn't like I was like, nope, I'm not going to see this movie. Can't look at that tattoo for 2 hours. No, it was just like, it was basically just like, it was kind of distracting and a little bit strange. Like, the other ones, like I said, are most of them are going to be covered up. There's going to have to be at least one scene in there where he doesn't have his shirt on to kind of like show him off. And like I said, they should do it like I said before and just like have it like where you see it kind of like this pan around shot, and then you hear like Harley like talking to him or something like that, and then he throws the jacket on, then when he turns around he closes it up. Yeah. And then it's gone. And then we just see the forehead the whole time.
Well, at the moment, the set photos actually made it look like, I'm assuming, a flashback, or it could be setting up Harley becoming
Harley Quinn,
or Harleen becoming Harley Quinn. Excuse me.
Sure. Which I guess you would think they might have like some flashbacks because she's the closest one, and then if that whole thing comes true where Joker is like being pursued by the Suicide Squad through this whole film, you kind of have these flashbacks with Harley because she is the closest one to basically their main adversary.
Right.
Which makes sense. So that works. Whatever.
So
if you guys don't like the tattoos, post in the comments. If you guys do, post in the comments. Let us know what you think.
So yeah, there's no torches and pitchforks over here about it.
No,
it's just kind of
passive, just like
at first it was like just so much anger about it. And I was like, no, the tattoos aren't real. The tattoos aren't real.
Yeah,
fuck you if you thought it was real.
All right,
and then it turns out to be real. I apologize.
Yeah,
and I can't even be upset about the tattoos now. I'm trying to think about it. Just like as far as how, hell, look at Heath Ledger.
Yeah. Which we come back
no one was expecting the performance that he gave.
Yeah.
No one had high hopes when he first got cast as the role.
Yep.
No one had high hopes for fucking Michael Keaton when he got cast as the original Batman.
Right.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't these superhero movies probably wouldn't be at the magnitude that they are now.
Right.
I mean, and we can go far back as like Christopher Reeve for Superman, but
right.
Yeah.
But
no, Heath Ledger. You're gonna let Brokeback Mountain sit there play the Joker, and then just knocked it out. Just like my mic, knocked it out the park.
Yeah, and the way I think about it is like the whole thing I kept saying was like as long as they stay away from Heath's Joker, away from like I think that's the key to playing a good Joker. Is basically just look at the other ones and then turn your back on them and look in the mirror and try to figure your own shit out. Like that's the best way it seems like it works. And usually a lot of times when these other people have been interviewed where they base their Joker off of, it's usually about somebody who's not even a comics, who's not even fucking related to comics. It's usually like a singer or somebody like that. So it's completely different than obviously what we got last time with Heath Ledger, which is nice. I think it's a good thing. And then on the other hand, it's completely different in the fact that like I think Heath Ledger's Joker was very just like he didn't need to acknowledge who he was. His identity was null and void. It didn't matter. He was just doing shit that he wanted to do because that made him happy. That he just wanted to fuck shit up. Yeah. He just liked to see the world burn. That's one of the parts that shows you what he did. And then the other part, why he was just like dead faced, all you had was just the makeup and that shit. When they got him in the police station, the only thing, and no identification, no nothing, the only thing in his pocket was knives and lint. Yeah. That shows you the only thing about that Joker was violence and nothing else. Lint represents nothing else. But then on the other hand, you have Jared Leto's, which is going to be very like, I'm the Joker, fuck you, look at me. Yeah, you see these tattoos? Look at this, I'm happy. Ha 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 ha. Like
I was expecting you to just break into a New York accent. Say, yeah, bitch, I'm the Joker. See these fucking tattoos?
Like that's what I get from what I'm seeing from Jared Leto.
I run this bitch.
He's very self-aware.
Yeah.
Because he feels he needs to be.
And if you notice, like each Joker has brought their own thing. I keep knocking this damn mic. The Joker keeps each actor, brings their own take and their own little twist and their own little flavor of the Joker to it. As you just mentioned, with Heath Ledger, straight up anarchist.
Yeah.
trying to pull off a social experiment with the inmates and the civilians.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson, gangster turned crazy.
Yeah.
More or less, and then just kind of gangster turned madman, pretty much.
Yeah. Right.
Caesar Romano from the Na Batman. Just a straight up prankster, just not to be taken serious. Well, the whole show wasn't meant to be taken seriously.
Right, yeah.
So there's that.
Bad
Mark
Joker.
Hamill, his Joker,
I mean, it's
fucking psychopath.
the archetype psychopath, yeah.
Yeah, and
loving it.
and
He's a psychopath and loving
probably
it.
the most memorable or the funniest one. Out of all of them. Yeah.
Now, just think about it like this: Jared Leto also has a co-star to his insanity because he's got Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Could you imagine who the fuck could have pulled off a Harley Quinn alongside Heath Ledger? How the hell would that have worked?
2008?
Like how? Like not even just act. Like how performance-wise do you think that was even possible to pull off? A Harley Quinn in the same tone as her, as him. As he pulled that off.
Pardon me. You remember Natural Born Killers?
Yeah, you talking about that one girl that's in Natural Born Killers?
Yeah.
That
Well,
would've
not
been- that
the
would've been
actress.
vibe that
Not
you
the
would've got?
actress.
Okay.
I'm talking about the way
The
they
tone,
carried. Yeah,
yeah.
the tone, the way they carried themselves.
Yeah, that makes
maybe.
sense. Less.
I could kinda see
I
that.
guess you could say less.
I was gonna
No,
say
yeah.
Bonnie and Clyde, but no, that's not really how it is.
No, yeah, that's a good example.
Natural Born
That's a
Killers.
very good example.
Natural Born Killers. If the Joker is an abusive boyfriend, pretty much. So
Yeah,
Um,
that makes sense. Yeah, I like that.
well, actually, he's not even really a boyfriend.
No,
She
just really likes him.
idolizes him, and
He's just like, oh.
he's just along for the
he's like, whatever.
Just-
Follow me around. I don't care. Just
Yeah.
don't talk. But yeah, what else have we got? We talking Suicide Squad. We're gonna talk this movie up until it comes out.
Well, hell,
Woo!
are we done with DC?
Yeah, I think so. That was loud. Sorry. You got your laptop turned on.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
next we got
Let's talk some shit.
music.
Yeah, let's talk some shit.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. was also a Natural Born Killer,
Jesus, that's right, he was. God, man. All right. Damn, he just tied everything.
and Tommy Lee Jones.
Hey.
Two-Face.
That's awesome.
I really did not like Batman Forever.
No, God, no. Nobody did.
I didn't like that. I disliked it more than Batman and Robin. As odd as that sounds.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was terrible. So, speaking of music, the Billboard Awards were this past weekend. If you watch this, it's probably whatever. If you watch this in the future, then wasn't this past weekend, whatever. It was May something 2015. Insert date here. But yeah, the main part that I wanted to focus on, because this is kind of like what we specialize in, I guess you could say, because this is where we have the most experience in music-wise, is the hip-hop categories. A lot of people have been like commenting on this. I posted it up on my Facebook page, and people have been going like commenting on it and like being like, "This is fucking retarded. Tell me this isn't real. This is lies. Burn it down. Whatever." But so they did the best hip hop artist, and I believe I can't think of who the nominees were.
I'm looking that up now. I'm on the article itself. Top rap artist. The
All right,
nominees are
Nominees:
Nicki Minaj,
Nicki,
Drake,
Jersey,
J. Cole,
Word,
Ray Shremmerd. Yeah, I just now had to educate Kid Swift that Ray Shremmerd is not a person.
I'm so sick
Because he was like, I can't stand this dude, man. It's like it's more than one dude, man.
of them having these one-person names for multiple people.
Ray Shremmerd,
What the
Tanya
hell?
Morgan,
Travis
Porter.
Like,
Um,
name, how the fuck? All right. And nobody in the group is named that. It's nobody in the group's name. It's like their uncle's name
no,
from
well,
back home or
Ray
some dumb shit.
Shremmerd backwards is eardrummers.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why.
way
If you
too
notice if you notice in the beginning of each of their songs, you'll hear eardrummers in the background.
Oh, that's what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's so at least they were sort of clever
They're
with it.
reaching.
And if
That works.
so I take it you've never seen them before.
I've seen them, yeah. Because
Yeah,
I saw that
it's-
picture. One looks like...
It's Crisscross meets Rocket Power, pretty much.
Exactly. One looks like those things that Peach pulls out of the ground on Super Smash Brothers and throws at people. A turnip. And then the other one, I can't
Turnip.
remember. Turnip. I walk in and I turn up. All right. But
I'm sorry.
and then other ones, but
So
yeah,
those are the
yeah.
nominees.
No,
And
I've
the
listened
winner.
to their songs, but
And the winner for top rap artist, who has also been nominated for. Let me go ahead and scroll through this because I saw the name way more times than it ought to have been on here.
right.
Fuck it, I'll show you. Top rap artist, Iggy Azalea.
Iggy. J. Cole was on that list. He's the only artist.
Drake was on that list.
He's
If
the
you're
only artist
Nicki Minaj is on that list.
to go platinum without any features on his album
In Lord knows how long.
in
time.
like decades. And Iggy won. Now, on the other side of that, first off, how in the hell do you make that list? Nicki, I can understand they're usually like some of these are givens. Like Nicki and Drake are givens. They're always on there. Just they've got a spot, and then they say they don't care about it, and
Fucking
it
really?
makes me angry. Like they're fucking hipsters.
Here's what
about
she
it.
also
Pisses
won.
me off.
Iggy also won top streaming artist.
That
The
doesn't make
nominees were
sense.
Ariana Grande, Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, Meghan Trainor.
Which is ironic because she pulled all her shit from Spotify. So that's ironic that Taylor Swift is on there.
Oh, really? Oh.
On the other hand, how do you make that list and not include Kendrick? First, we're talking about best hip hop artist.
Well, he didn't really have much going for in 2015, I'd say. I mean, 2014.
14? Oh yeah, if we're basing it off that.
Technically. Oh, she also won
So that
top
means-
rap song.
If by that, then J. Cole barely got that shit in there.
Yeah.
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 but
So, top rap song, Iggy Azalea, featuring Charlie XCX for Fancy. And she was also nominated for Black Widow with Rita Ora.
Now, here's what I did. When I first saw this, I was pissed. Just by the list in
Nominated for top female artist. She didn't win it. Taylor
No.
Swift did.
general. Right. Because that's where she gets beat.
Didn't win a Billboard Chart Achievement Award. Fan voted.
Okay.
So what does that say? If she didn't win a fan voted
Right.
award,
Then how does she win?
then how is she winning?
Who won the fan vote? Taylor?
Yeah, obviously, of course.
Okay, now this is what I was mad initially. I was pissed off about this list, but then I started thinking about this is the Billboard Awards, which is very vague and superficial as far as how they're judging where they're coming to these conclusions. It's Billboard. Billboard charts represent a very just throw it at the wall. Everybody in America, American music. So it makes sense that this shit happens. That you're not gonna have Chance the Rapper nominated for Best Hip Hop Artist on any award show, let alone like something big. Well, he
don't
might
sit
get
there
beat.
shit on him like that.
No,
I mean,
I'm not
like-
saying it's bad. I love Chance, but I'm just saying that's the way it is. Like just like the same thing
that
as you wouldn't.
focuses more on mainstream.
Yeah, you wouldn't have Childish Gambino. Now he's getting close. He's very close. I would say he's the closest person that's like on that kind of like, I guess you could say underground independent type artist, but they're fucking huge.
Yeah.
He's the closest one that I could see turning up on one of these lists. Now, would he win? Probably not, because he'd probably, the placeholders, fucking Drake and Nicki would be there, and fuck, you can't beat them.
They're there.
I know, right? But then I started thinking about the fact this Billboard was, and I kind of was like, okay,
For what it's worth.
fucking whatever.
For what it's worth.
Now, yeah, the good news.
Top Christian artist.
Okay, that wasn't where I was expecting. Wait a minute.
For top Christian artist, Lecrae. Lecrae got nominated.
I forget he's Christian artist. That blows my mind.
Yeah. He didn't win it, but he got nominated, so there's something
That's
there.
good.
Silver lining there. Top rap album. J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive won.
They knew how good it sold.
But Iggy was nominated
How? How do you choose him for best album and then choose for best? Like, I don't understand mentally how that works.
They are really trying to push Iggy.
Yeah,
I
it's like
really- I
they're
promise you.
it's like their marketing team works for fucking these awards. I don't understand it. Like, it's like people are starting to dog her out and see the bullshit like start to shine through kind of, and are kind of like down on her quality. And then there's been all this weird other stuff like race related shit, which I really don't pay attention to that as much. But people are starting to see her like, okay, she's not really that good, is she? I'm like, she's not. And people are like, oh, wait, maybe if we just show her, look, she won this. She's good, guys, I promise. It's like, dude, we're past that. We see what the fuck it is. It's like
They're trying to make
after,
her a female. They're trying to make her the female Eminem.
Right,
So
exactly.
look, we got somebody that sit there and broke the mold again. This time for gender and race.
Right. It's like Wizard of Oz. If the dude behind the curtain gets shown and then his like crony keeps like saying, no, seriously, that's not, don't worry about that guy behind there. Dude, I see you. Like, what are you doing? I can see you right there. You're controlling this shit. Like, so, I don't know. I'm glad J. Cole won, but I just don't see how J. Cole could win the best album and not win the best artist. That doesn't make sense.
Lecrae actually did win a Billboard Award for Top Christian Album.
Okay.
So, you know, silver lining there. So that's crazy, right? Have you heard his
Christian rap? Right?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, it's got such a negative connotation to it when you say it like that.
It does. It does.
Much like Christian rock
covers.
Yeah. Much like Christian rock, with Christian rap, 99.71% of that shit is terrible.
Yeah. With Christian rock, it seems like you can get away with it a lot easier by, as far as like from what the listener hears and what qualifies it as being Christian.
Yeah.
It's basically just like take out the cuss words and then insert something semi-positive, biblical,
It's
just a little bit, just enough to be like, but then the rest of the song could still sound like, if you've ever listened to Christian metal or Christian hard rock, that shit sounds demonic. But they're talking about God, but they're like, like it's scary. But I drink his blood. Right? It's like God didn't say.
So
that.
wait, that's
what church did you go to, sir?
Well,
right, yeah.
I didn't think communion would take this turn.
Right, yeah. It's like literally you could use those same lyrics, which are technically biblical lyrics, and then you hear them in this hard rock Christian rock thing, and it sounds scary. But then on the other hand, you can't do that with Christian rap as easily.
No, I don't. It's difficult. That would be difficult. It comes across really forced.
That's the biggest thing.
It comes across as kind of forced. It kind of comes across as cliche, and and with that forced cliche thing, it comes across a little lame or a little transparent.
Like take Flow Rider and then take out all the cussing and all the stuff about women and alcohol. And that's what Christian rap is when I think about it. Like, literally. That's the vibe you get, where it's like, this is kind of corny. But he said fuck, and he said something about some titties, and I'm drunk. I fuck with it.
Well, he's got some, not some melodies, but like...
He does. He gets
some
beats with those fucking classic samples, and that's why he's fucking huge. I was thinking about this. It's kind of sidebar. I want to talk about this. Because there's this interesting... I always thought... It was funny because, like, a part of me always thought we would borderline. When me and Webb did music with our group Country Noise...
You do music.
You do music. I do music, too. Nah, get out of here. But when me and Webb did music, like, we were lyrical. If you listen to our stuff, like, we usually had... introspective lyrics.
Not trying to.
Please don't take it that way, because it's so. I hate describing what I think anybody who does any kind of like art or anything, like describing themselves, they sound like a dick, but they're really not trying to. But we tried to have like positive lyrics, but at the same time we was talking about shit that really happened to us, shit that was real. So a lot of times when we did like more upbeat stuff, I felt like if we ever got like big, we would be like either straddling the line of like damn near being like Black Eyed Peas, or fucking like we would have been straddling the line between like the Roots and the Black Eyed Peas. That would have been the weird kind of sect I feel like they would try to box us in. If somebody was going to, I'm going to sign you and sell you, I need something to tie you to. And then that made me think, how do you get into that certain side? Like, how did Flow Rider not start doing music, start selling his albums? People were like, this is kind of shitty, it's kind of corny. And then he just fizzled out. How did he get to that point where he started like selling out arenas around the world and has this like kind of international beer commercial vibe to him? The same thing with Jason Derulo. He's the same way.
You kind of answered your question right there.
What is marketing? What did I say?
Well, he's like, how does Flo Rida sit there and sell out these arenas?
Yeah.
And like with these, what'd you call it? Beer commercial? What now?
Bill commercial, I guess. Not lyrics, but like songs.
Well,
they sound like they would be on a beer commercial.
He found a demographic and ran with it.
That's true.
The EDM people eat this shit up.
Yeah, like his Flo Rida does it.
Not pigeonholing EDM.
No, not at all. That's my shit. Che would kill us. But Flo Rida does it. Jason Derulo does it. And it was somebody else I was going to say that does it. Oh, Pitbull. He did the same thing. Yeah. He did the same. Like, that's why, like, honestly, I have a lot of respect, a lot more respect than I think a lot of people do for Flo Rida, but for Pitbull in specific, because seeing where he started out on that Downaway beat, if you're from this area, you know what the Downaway beat is. Y'all can't mess with us. Like, he did that. He was in a throwback in his video, rapping with his big hat and shit, and his big ass throwback jersey. And now he raps on stages in front of 150,000 people in every country in the world with a suit on. And he'll never have to worry about money again.
Yeah, crazy.
It's a wrap. It's over. All he's got to do is say "Dale," and then he's good. Like those three. It's like that's theirs. They're, as far as like being people who would have, you thought, if they were, when they were starting off, they were probably walking towards this party where R&B for Jason Derulo and two hip hop artists, and then somehow they went over like this. And that's why a lot of people like don't even think about it. The same thing with Black Eyed Peas. They're the first and only hip hop group to perform at the Super Bowl. As much as you say it, that's what they are. If you listen to their old
Behind the Front, I still
old shit, they are
Joints and
MCs.
Joints and Jams is my shit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They're they're MCs. They are a hip hop group. Period. But obviously now we see a lot of the flash and a lot of the like you said, the house shit, that kind of like international sound got behind them, and it's pushed them forward. More power to them. But that was just something I thought about. It's very interesting to see like what they've done. Like watching like where Pitbull started. I didn't see where Flo Rida started, but I feel like he's been that big.
Both
forever.
from Florida.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh wait, I get it. Flo Rida, Florida.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you just get that?
No.
I was about to say. I just got it like 3 years ago.
Oh shit.
I was like, Flo Rida. I was like, dumbass. Really?
I just remember this country ass dude in wrestling. It was a Monday Night Raw, and like one of the wrestlers, he's like from West Virginia, so he got this country ass accent.
Oh man.
That's funny as hell. I said it and had a country ass accent when I'm saying it.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe Florida.
He sit there
Where's
and
Jason Derulo from?
like Flo Rida was guest hosting or some shit like that, or performing or whatever, and he was getting interviewed backstage, and all of a sudden the dude from West Virginia, Heath Slater, internet crowd, they know who that is. He's like one of the worst wrestlers, but everybody loves him.
I like that.
Ironically.
I like that.
And everybody hashtag Slater's going Slate.
Jesus Christ.
But anyway, so he showed up backstage and confronted Flo Rida during his interview. He was like,
Yeah.
Flo Rida? No, he's like, Florida.
It's like, oh shit.
I don't remember anything else that happened in that segment, but that was it.
Oh my god.
Florida.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Yeah.
He got pumped, but still, I mean, that much I remember. But
Yeah. So yeah, that's weird.
Flo Rida pumped him, sort of like pushed him like hard as shit. But anyway,
He's swole.
yeah, he really could wrestle, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like. But anyway, so
It's weird. Yeah, but
Billboard Awards,
weird.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I forgot that was actually on.
That's what we was talking
Yeah,
about.
but you know, I was watching the pay-per-view. I was watching. I was back and forth between the pay-per-view and Simpsons and Family Guy and Bob's Burgers and Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm actually just like,
Good?
I'm
I want to check that.
I'm into it now. Like at first I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And then like it just happened to come on after Simpsons, and I was saying, well, Family Guy's about to come on, so I might as well keep it here. And I was like, well, this was actually funnier than both of them.
Right.
Which yeah,
I just check it out.
yeah. Speaking of Simpsons,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Harry Shearer, aka
Yeah.
the voice behind Mr. Burns, Flanders, Principal Skinner,
Yeah.
etc., etc.
Yep.
he's walked away from
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons, making $7 million a year and shit. Because they couldn't see eye to eye, and he wanted to be able to branch out and do. I think it was like contract negotiations.
Okay. Yeah.
And he wanted to branch out and be able to do his own thing here and there.
Gotcha.
I guess they just couldn't reach a
agreement,
and he was like, you know what,
I'm out. Man, yeah, I mean, he's probably good. He's probably got a lot of that saved up.
So from
the past 25 years.
Yeah, man.
That show's been on the air. God, that show's been on the air almost as long as I've been alive, which is ridiculous.
Or pretty much around
by
around the same
1
time.
year. Yeah, that's stupid.
Crazy.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't. I can't even articulate.
I know. Yeah.
What now? Because that was like I'm not gonna say like a third of the cast, but so that came across like as many.
That's a nice
voice
piece.
Talents.
Yeah.
That's a huge chunk of the cast.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't read it extensively, but they like come to an agreement, like, okay, we're gonna have like a final episode with your people, and then do it that way and that kind of stuff. Because if they could do it that way, where they kind of, but getting rid of those three like dynamic characters in a way that worked would be weird.
Yeah.
Like if they all happen to be in a
crash
car, they all happen to be in a plane crash or something weird. It'd be funny. Like that'd be one of the moments where they could like almost do it kind of like passively, like it just happened, and it would almost probably be comedically funnier than like them drawing out a whole episode dedicated to these like obviously three characters. Which I mean that would be fan service, but I think probably fans would respect like if it was just kind of like passive and everybody would just be like, it was goofy, they all dead, and like just keep moving. As morbid as that sounds.
A little bit.
Whatever. But yeah, so Simpsons.
Yeah, it's not looking, the dip in quality. Simpsons and Family Guy.
Yeah, definitely.
Family Guy burnt their candles at both ends. It felt like.
Man,
so like in half the amount of time that it took the Simpsons, they got it got tired. Yeah. Family Guy got tired in half the time that it took the Simpsons.
That's because they relied on one single niche, and then it kind of like got old. Which is that kind of like flashback style.
Yeah, the cutaways and the vulgar humor.
Yeah.
It's starting to get like.
It's like, okay, cool.
Two Trick Pony.
Yeah. Because those shit used to be hilarious.
Yeah.
She'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what was that? Like, I always remember like when they had that car chase, and then the car flipped over the ravine and blew up, and then the horse was standing there, and the horse blew up, and everybody was like, what? Like, why'd the horse blow up? Like, and then they like shit like that was like goofy. It was like the car blew up, and then the carriage blew up, and then the horse was like, and the horse blew up. It was like, wait a minute, what the hell's going on? But yeah, shit like that. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I would like Simpsons to at least go to season 30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's asking a lot. That's three, four seasons that we're looking at.
Yeah.
That's asking a lot, but to at least reach that milestone, I would like for them to do.
Yeah.
And then call it quits. I mean, I don't really want them to call it quits. I just want but if they were going to,
right,
I'd rather
they
do it like on an even number.
Yeah.
My OCD might.
And might explode. There's never gonna be another Simpsons.
I need like one more episode. Just make another episode. Just round it up.
Right,
just please round it up.
Then you're trying to make a fan episode and submit it to make it. I just want the numbers to be even. I don't give a shit. Like just air it.
It's like I just got this flip book. I got 3 flip books that evens it out. There we go.
Just point a camera at it and air it. Just please put it on the air so it could be whatever. Pick it up on Netflix. I don't give a shit. Guy makes flip book of The Simpsons on Netflix. Trending. But yeah, so I don't know. I think is that all the? I think that's it.
Might as well. Yeah. Cut this episode short.
Really, as soon as we're about to end the episode, the damn air thing cuts off. Damn it.
Yeah.
It's been as noisy shit the whole time. All right.
I probably wouldn't do that.
Anyways. But yeah, as always, guys, if you like the show, please subscribe. Join our subscribers list. Drop us an email, oafdiscussions@gmail.com. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/oafdiscussions. Get on there, discuss things, talk about how much you hate Supergirl or love her, and then get in arguments. We like to see that stuff. We'll get in there with you too. Yeah. Always forget all the damn. We got so much.
We said oafdiscussions.com.
Shit. Yeah.
Facebook.com/oafdiscussions.
Right.
oafdiscussions@gmail.com.
YouTube.com/oafdiscussions. We're all over the place.
YouTube. at Twitter, excuse me.
At KN Swift.
Web 859.
Yeah. Follow us on there. We're always doing random shit. And then we post the shows up so you guys can get them.
Yeah.
And then the audio versions, I'm trying to figure out. This audio shit is getting on my nerves. But I was trying to figure out how to put it up. SoundCloud runs out of space in like 15 seconds. And then fucking the format has to be certain stupid format on Bandcamp.
Should we try Bandcamp again?
What is it?
Bandcamp?
That's what I tried. It has to be like
Yeah.
AIF or Wave.
Yeah, I don't know why we're discussing business.
You might have to
in front of
convert it.
y'all,
I'll
but
send it to you. You can convert it. That's what I'll do. Yeah. Business podcast. How to make a podcast. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for checking us out and watching every week. We will see you guys next week. As always, I'm Kid Swift.
This is Red Web.
Peace out. Later.